A berth to Saturday's ODAC Championship on the line tonight in Lexington as Washington and Lee and Virginia Wesleyan square off in the semifinals of the ODAC men's soccer tournament here at Alston Parker Watt Field on the campus of Washington and Lee University. Sharp. It's it out wide for Kaba. Kaba. Looking for Jenkins. Agbebe on the bicycle kick, and he scores. Five-man wall. Agbebe on the chip. Furman with the head. Punched away by Gustafson and cleared away by the Maroons defense. Agbebe again. Looking back post. Cleared off the line once more. Tukey on the outside. Curling try, Agbebe, a bicycle kick, rebound, Pleasance hammers it home. Agbebe ready and waiting. Ben Haynes in goal, Agbebe slots it by him. Washington and Lee strikes first in the ODAC semifinals, and Wamie Agbebe becomes the all-time leading scorer in Washington and Lee men's soccer history. Similar to the first few minutes of the first half where Virginia Wesleyan came out aggressive and really dictating the tempo and pace. This one centered in and a goal for the Marlins. Ziza finds Schulte and Virginia Wesleyan has their equalizer. So inside of 20 minutes to play here in the second half. Washington and Lee with a 2-1 lead. A pair of goals for Wamie Agbebe here tonight. Sent through. Ryan got his head there. Still with the Marlins. And an assistant referee went to raise his flag and it slipped through his hands.
A little bit too excited to make that call. Exciting matchup here, though. Physicality, flags, dropping everywhere. And a chance for Virginia Wesleyan now.
Alex Moody, the free kick, a two-man wall for the Generals. So all of maybe 25 yards out. Moody is swing it to the back post, flicked on, but wide of the target.
Looked like that might have been Condit on the backside. But how about that? A nice cross by Moody right in front of the goal. Just not able to put it into the back of the net, but doing everything possibly right.
So a goal kick here for Will Joseph. A little over 18 minutes left in the second half. And Joseph get it past midfield as this roll down into the Virginia Wesleyan defensive end. Skying into the air, Kuig after it, and he will not be able to track it down as it goes into the W&L bench. A substitution here for Virginia Wesleyan as Giovanni Ziza re-enters. He'll come in for McAdams.
Ziza all rested up and ready to go for this final 17 and a half minutes. He's been really the playmaker for this Virginia Wesleyan team down the stretch of these last few games and today on that one goal.
Kuig trying to touch it through. Travis will just boot it out. And again, he'll be met by Ben Haynes. Haynes got his head there just to knock it over to his keeper. Here's Jenkins, an opportunity. Matthew Jenkins in the box, Jenkins, and there's a third goal for the Generals. A do-it-your-all play from Matthew Jenkins. And Washington and Lee has a 3-1 lead.
And just started by great ball movement, and then Matthew Jenkins making one man miss, another man miss, and putting it by the keeper in Haynes. Matthew Jenkins giving the Generals a 2-goal lead here in the ODAC semifinals.
Third goal of the season for the sophomore Jenkins. And a big insurance one for the Generals with 16:38 left in the second half.
And Jenkins is another guy who's just come on as the season has progressed. Starting the season not in the starting lineup, but then in the last 13 games being a starter and just showing all that he can do in the future he has as a General is bright.
No goals in the 70th and 74th minutes for Washington and Lee. Break a 1-1 deadlock and give them a 3-1 advantage. So Virginia Wesleyan now having to find 2 goals over the final 16 minutes to try and push this game past the regular scheduled 90. Wakefield, as a pair of defenders run into each other. That was Will Lewick and Willie Hall each colliding. This one through the middle. And a step defensively. Wakefield, shot blocked that time. Still loose. And Virginia Wesleyan will be awarded a penalty kick.
And such a late call there that time by the referee. Initially not calling it, and then finally hearing the moans and groans from the Marlins. Calling it after it looked like that was either Alves or McCloskey going down just on the edge of the box. Big call there from the referee, and maybe just trying to give Virginia Wesleyan an equal chance.
So Nate Mitchell against Will Joseph. Mitchell, the kick taker for the Marlins, and he'll sky it. A great opportunity for Virginia Wesleyan to try and make it a 1-goal game, and no luck on the PK from Mitchell.
And those are just the chances you can't miss. Wayme Agbayegbe capitalized on a PK in the first half, and if you're Nate Mitchell, you really just need to capitalize on that one right there and try to give your team a chance to come back in this one. Of course, it's not over, but a big mistake by Mitchell to not even get it onto the frame.
So inside the final 15 minutes, Washington and Lee has a 3-1 lead. The Generals in control over the Marlins.
In the midfield, Moody's been all over all day long for the Marlins.
Virginia Wesleyan trying to mount more and more pressure. You're needing 2 late goals to extend this match. This one flicked through for Wakefield, and it ends up in the back of the net.
And how about Wakefield just able to sky it over, looking for the pass. The Marlin not able to get his head to it in it. Some miscommunication there from Joseph, just letting it skip into the back of the net, and the Marlins have some hope.
Aaron Deans was the one with that shot. Wakefield was in the box. Didn't really look like he got a foot there, and just trickles in that far corner, and that is a break for Virginia Wesleyan.